Hello, and welcome back to Boni's Life, your home for deep dives into the ever evolving world of cryptocurrency. If you're a seasoned trader, a curious newcomer, or just someone trying to figure out what all this digital gold fuss is about, you've come to the right place. We're here to cut through the noise, demystify the complex, and have a little fun along the way. Today, we're tackling a topic that's been setting the crypto world buzzing with anticipation: airdrops. Specifically, we're looking ahead to October 2025. Is it a month poised to shower early adopters with free tokens, or is it a minefield of overhyped projects and regulatory question marks? We'll be dissecting the most anticipated airdrops, analyzing the strategies to maximize your chances of qualifying, and most importantly, hearing from the experts, the traders, developers, and even the regulators who are shaping this space. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking: airdrops. Isn't that just free money? Well, yes and no. It's a bit like finding a winning lottery ticket on the street. It's certainly a welcome surprise, but you still need to know how to cash it in and, more importantly, whether it's even legitimate in the first place. And let's be honest, in the crypto world, not every ticket is a winner. Some are duds and some are outright scams. So, how do you tell the difference? How do you separate the next Uniswap from the next, well, let's just say the next project that disappears faster than my Bitcoin holdings during a bear market? That's what we're here to find out. We'll be your guide through the airdrop jungle, helping you spot the opportunities and avoid the pitfalls. We'll look at the data, we'll analyze the trends, and we'll even delve into the psychology of airdrop hunting. Because, let's face it, there's a certain thrill to the chase, isn't there? It's like a digital treasure hunt, and the prize is a stake in the next big thing. So grab your notepads, get comfortable, and prepare to have your crypto knowledge supercharged. We've got a lot to cover, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single second. This is Boni's Life, and the airdrop analysis for October 2025 starts right now. So, you understand what airdrops are, and you're thinking, alright, Boni, sign me up. Where do I get my share of this free-flowing crypto? Hold your horses there, partner. While the idea of getting something for nothing is appealing, successful airdrop hunting is less about luck and more about strategy. It's an art and a science. You need to be proactive, diligent, and a bit of a digital detective. Think of yourself as a venture capitalist, but instead of investing your money, you're investing your time and your clicks. Your goal is to identify promising pre-token projects and interact with them in meaningful ways. So, what are the tools of the trade? First, you need to be a relentless researcher. You're looking for projects that have strong fundamentals, a solid team, a clear vision, venture capital backing, but no token yet. Follow crypto news sites, influential accounts on X, formerly Twitter, and join Discord and Telegram communities. These are the hunting grounds. Websites like CoinGecko, which we'll be referencing today, often have dedicated sections for potential airdrops. The key is to get in on the ground floor. The earlier you are, the more your contributions are valued. Second, you need to be an active participant. Once you've identified a potential project, you need to use it. This is the most crucial part. Projects want to reward genuine users, not just wallet addresses. So, what does that mean? If it's a decentralized exchange, make some swaps. If it's a lending protocol, lend and borrow some assets. If there's a bridge, move some funds across chains. The more features you use, the more you look like a real engaged user. And for goodness sake, don't just do one tiny transaction. Projects are getting smarter, and they're using sophisticated analytics to filter out the low-effort hunters. Think quality and quantity of interactions. Third, participate in testnets and governance. Many projects launch a testnet before their main network goes live. This is a sandbox environment where you can try out the platform's features without using real money. Providing feedback and reporting bugs during this phase is often a golden ticket for a future airdrop. Similarly, if a project has a governance forum, get involved, participate in discussions, vote on proposals. It shows you're committed to the project's long-term success. And fourth, a simple but often overlooked step: engage with the project on social media, follow their official accounts, join their Discord, and be an active, constructive member of the community. Some projects like the upcoming Monad are even factoring in social media engagement as part of their airdrop criteria. It helps build your reputation as a genuine supporter. Now, a word of caution: this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time, effort, and you'll likely pay some transaction fees along the way. And as we'll discuss later, not all airdrops are created equal. But by following these strategies, you're not just hunting for airdrops, you're also learning about the most innovative projects in the crypto space before they hit the mainstream. You're on the front lines of Web3 innovation, and that knowledge itself is incredibly valuable. So, with our toolkit ready, let's turn our attention to the main event. What are the big names and hidden gems on our airdrop watch list for October 2025? The treasure map is about to be revealed. All right, let's get into the specifics. And we have to start with the two 800-pound gorillas in the room. The ones that have had the crypto community holding its breath for years, MetaMask and Base. First up, MetaMask. If you've been in crypto for more than 5 minutes, you know MetaMask. It's the OG Ethereum wallet, the gateway to DeFi for millions of users. And for the longest time, it's been the most prominent tokenless project in the space. The question on everyone's lips has been, when Mask token? Well, it seems the wait is finally over. In a move that sent shockwaves through the industry, Consensus CEO and Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin confirmed in September 2025 that a Mask token is coming sooner than you would expect. This was music to the ears of millions of loyal users. The shift in the US regulatory climate after the 2024 election seems to have been the final nudge they needed. So, how do you position yourself for what could be one of the largest airdrops in history? Given the sheer number of users, the team will have to be surgical in how they reward the community. Simply having a wallet probably won't cut it. The key, according to our research, is to use MetaMask's native features. I'm talking about using the in-wallet swap function, trying out their bridge, and perhaps even dabbling in the newly launched MUSD stablecoin. The goal is to demonstrate that you're not just a user, but a power user. They'll be looking at your on-chain history, so a long and active track record will be your best friend. They will be on the lookout for Sybil attackers, people who create hundreds of wallets to game the system. So genuine, consistent activity is the name of the game. Next, we have Base, the Ethereum Layer 2 incubated by the publicly traded US crypto exchange, Coinbase. For a long time, the idea of a Base token was dismissed as a regulatory pipe dream. How could a public US company navigate the SEC's murky waters to launch a token? It seemed impossible. But then, the impossible happened. Around the same time as the MetaMask announcement, Base creator Jesse Pollack dropped a bombshell, stating that the team is exploring a Base network token. This is huge. While they still have regulatory hurdles to clear, the intent is now clear. The sleeping giant is waking up. For a potential Base airdrop, the strategy is similar. Become a citizen of the Base ecosystem. Interact with native dApps like the decentralized exchanges Airdrop and Clanker. While using cross-chain dApps like Aave and Uniswap on Base will likely count, priority will probably be given to those who are deeply embedded in the native ecosystem. Think of it as showing your loyalty to the chain. Minting a Base domain name is another small but potentially impactful action you could take. The potential airdrops from MetaMask and Base are more than just free tokens. They represent a major shift in the industry. These are established blue-chip projects finally embracing community ownership. The impact on the market could be seismic, but remember, with great hype comes great competition. So get your wallets ready and start building that on-chain resume. If MetaMask and Base are the established empires of the crypto world, then the next category is the wild frontier, the new gold rush. I'm talking about Perpetual Decentralized Exchanges, or PERP DEX. In late 2024 and throughout 2025, this has been, without a doubt, the hottest and most lucrative airdrop hunting ground. Why? It's simple. These platforms are money-printing machines. They generate massive revenues from trading fees, and they're in a fierce battle for market share against both centralized giants and each other. And what's the best way to attract users and bootstrap liquidity in a crowded market? You guessed it, a massive airdrop. The poster child for this new wave is a project called Asta. Launched in late September 2025, Asta isn't just another DEX. It's positioned as Binance's answer to the market leader, Hyperliquid. Backed by YZE Labs, the family office of Binance co-founder CZ, Asta came out of the gates swinging. It took the market by storm, overtaking Hyperliquid in daily trading volume within a matter of days. That's like a rookie quarterback coming in and outperforming Tom Brady in his first week. It just doesn't happen. And Asta has been very clear about its intentions. They are in the middle of a multi-stage airdrop campaign, while their stage 2 campaign, which rewards users based on trading volume, is set to conclude on October 5th, 2025. This is just the beginning. They've earmarked a staggering 53.5% of their total token supply for airdrops. After stage 2, a huge chunk of that allocation will still be left for future seasons. So even if you're just hearing about this now, the window of opportunity is far from closed. To get in on the action, the primary method is trading perpetuals on the platform. The more you trade, the more points you earn. They also incentivize using specific assets aligned with the BNB ecosystem as margin, like as BNB, which can give you a points multiplier. But, and I cannot stress this enough, like leverage trading is incredibly risky. This is not a game. You can lose your entire investment in the blink of an eye. Do not, and I repeat, do not start trading with leverage unless you are an experienced trader with a solid risk management strategy. You can still participate in spot trading on the platform, which is much safer, though it may earn you fewer points. Airdrop hunting should not be a gamble with your life savings. Please be smart and trade responsibly. Asta's strategy is built on the success of its predecessors, most notably Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid's airdrop in late 2024 was widely praised as one of the best executed launches ever. Why? As Jackson Denker, the CEO of the DeFi platform Azura, pointed out, they did something radical. They excluded venture capitalists from the airdrop and focused entirely on rewarding genuine community involvement. This set a new standard, proving that a community-first approach can be incredibly successful. This PERP DEX mania is a major trend to watch. Besides Asta, traders are speculating on other potential airdrops from platforms like Lighter and Pacifica. The gold rush is in full swing, but as with any frontier, it's fraught with both opportunity and danger. Tread carefully, do your own research, and never risk more than you can afford to lose. Beyond the established giants and the high-octane world of PERP DEX, October 2025 is shaping up to be a graduation month for a new class of innovative projects. These are the builders who have been working tirelessly in the background, and now they're ready to step into the spotlight. Let's meet some of the valedictorians of this new wave. First, we have Monad, a project that has generated a massive amount of buzz for its ambitious goal to build a super high-performance Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, compatible blockchain. Think of it as a supercharged version of Ethereum capable of handling thousands of transactions per second. This is the holy grail of blockchain scalability, and Monad claims to have cracked the code. And they are rewarding their community in a big way. The MON airdrop officially opened on October 14th, with a claim portal live until November 3rd. They are distributing tokens to over 230,000 wallets, with a clear focus on rewarding those who are deeply ingrained in the crypto community. They've even created different tracks for eligibility, including on-chain activity, contributions to the Monad community, and even social media engagement. This is a sophisticated, multifaceted approach designed to identify and reward genuine power users. The Monad team is making it clear. They want the people who eat, sleep, and breathe crypto to be the initial stakeholders in their network. It's a bold statement and a testament to their community-first ethos. Next up is Grass, a project with a truly unique proposition. Grass is building a decentralized network that allows users to sell their unused internet bandwidth. In a world where data is the new oil, Grass is creating a marketplace for a resource that most of us have in abundance but never think to monetize. It's a simple yet brilliant idea. Grass has already completed a successful Season 1 airdrop and has confirmed that Season 2 is coming in the fourth quarter of 2025. The CEO confirmed this on October 10th, so the alpha is fresh. The primary way to earn points for this airdrop is by running a Grass node, which is a simple piece of software that runs in the background on your computer. The more uptime your node has, the more points you earn. It's a low-effort way to contribute to a decentralized network and potentially earn a significant reward. This is a perfect example of how airdrops are evolving beyond just trading and transactions. It's about contributing real-world resources to build a decentralized future. And let's not forget Pipe Network. This is a project that's tackling the multi-billion-dollar cloud infrastructure market. Pipe is building a hyperlocal content delivery network, CDN, and storage solution, all powered by a decentralized network of virtual machines. Think of it as a decentralized version of Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud. It's a massive undertaking with the potential to disrupt the entire cloud industry. And Pipe Network is also using airdrops to build its community. They had a listing on the Gate.io exchange in early October, accompanied by a significant airdrop event. Their model is to reward users on a monthly basis based on real contributions and verified participation in their ecosystem. This is a great example of a project using airdrops not as a one-time event, but as an ongoing mechanism to incentivize and reward long-term engagement. Monad, Grass, and Pipe Network are just a few examples of the exciting projects that are using airdrops to launch in October 2025. They represent a new wave of innovation, tackling some of the biggest challenges in the crypto space and beyond. They are a clear signal that the airdrop model is maturing, moving beyond simple token giveaways to become a powerful tool for community building and network growth. Now, with all this talk of potential riches and groundbreaking technology, it's easy to get swept up in the excitement, the thrill of the hunt, the promise of a big payday. It's a powerful cocktail. But here at Boni's Life, we're not just about the hype. We're about the reality. And the reality of airdrops is far more complex than it appears on the surface. The big question we need to ask is this model sustainable? Let's start with a sobering statistic. According to a comprehensive report by the blockchain analytics firm Dabradar, a staggering 88% of airdropped tokens lose value within the first 3 months of their launch. Let that sink in. Nearly 9 out of 10 airdrops fail to hold their initial value. This highlights a massive gap between the short-term hype generated by the launch and the long-term sustainability of the project and its token. So, why is this happening? Are airdrops fundamentally flawed? To answer that, we need to turn to the experts who are studying this phenomenon up close. Robert Hugendorn, the head of content at Dabradar, argues that the success or failure of an airdrop comes down to 3 crucial factors: distribution, product market fit, and token utility. He says that projects need to be smarter about who they give their tokens to, aiming for diamond holders who will support the project long-term, rather than airdrop hunters who sell at the first opportunity. He points to projects like Optimism, which used a phased distribution to limit the initial sell-off. But his most important point is this: a successful airdrop is one that keeps the community interested in the product, even after the token is deployed. The token should be a tool to enhance the product, not the product itself. Jackson Denker, the CEO of Azura, a DeFi platform backed by the Winklevoss twins, offers an even more blunt assessment. He believes that many tokens lose value simply because they are attached to protocols that are, in his words, fundamentally unsound. He says, and I quote, "No amount of financial engineering, incentivization, or bribing users can change the fact that some assets are better to invest in than others." He makes a powerful point. A successful airdrop can't save a bad project. In the long run, he actually expects airdrops to become less common, taking a backseat to more traditional fundraising methods like initial coin offerings or ICOs. He draws a comparison to the traditional market, saying no other financial market in the world gives away free equity to their users. Uber didn't do this, Robinhood didn't do this, and Facebook didn't do this. He sees the current airdrop craze as a temporary blip in the broader history of crypto markets. Finally, Kenny Lee, the CEO of the marketplace SecondSwap, brings up the critical issue of liquidity. He argues that many projects shoot themselves in the foot by releasing too much liquidity too quickly, flooding the market and causing the price to crash. His solution? A more measured approach. He advocates for programs that reward users for ongoing activity and for gradual unlock schedules so that the new supply enters the market in stages. His core principle is that value lasts longer when users stay engaged and liquidity builds progressively. So, what can we learn from these experts? The message is clear. The airdrop model is evolving. The old spray and pray method of dropping tokens into thousands of random wallets is dead. The future of airdrops belongs to projects that are strategic, that focus on building a genuine community, and above all, that have a product people actually want to use. It's not about giving away free money. It's about distributing ownership to the people who are helping to build the network. It's a reward for contribution, not a handout. And as we look to October 2025, that's the lens through which we must evaluate every potential opportunity. We've talked about the tech, the strategies, and the market dynamics, but there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle, a piece that has cast a long shadow over the world of airdrops for years: regulation. For the longest time, the legal status of airdrops in the United States has been, to put it mildly, a giant confusing mess. This uncertainty has had a chilling effect on innovation and has, frankly, put US investors at a significant disadvantage. The heart of the issue lies with something called the Howey test, a legal standard from the 1940s that the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, uses to determine whether something is a security. The first prong of that test is the investment of money. And this is where it gets tricky for airdrops. How can it be an investment of money if the tokens are given away for free? It's a legal conundrum that has left projects in a state of paralysis. Under the previous administration, the SEC took a very aggressive stance, and many feared that they would weaponize securities laws against airdrops. The result? Projects simply chose to avoid the US market altogether. They geo-blocked US users, excluding them from airdrops. A report from the crypto venture firm Dragonfly highlighted the damaging economic impact of this, estimating significant revenue and tax losses for the US. It was a classic case of regulatory uncertainty driving innovation and opportunity offshore. For American investors, it was incredibly frustrating to watch from the sidelines as billions of dollars in tokens were distributed elsewhere. But as we've hinted at throughout this episode, the winds of change have been blowing. The post-2024 election landscape brought in a new administration and with it, new leadership at the SEC. In a landmark speech on July 31, 2025, the new SEC chairman, Paul Atkins, introduced Project Crypto, a comprehensive initiative to modernize US securities regulation for the digital age. This wasn't just talk. It was a clear signal that the era of regulation by enforcement was over, and a new era of collaboration was beginning. One of the most exciting proposals to come out of this new environment is the concept of a regulatory safe harbor for airdrops. This is something that industry leaders like Dragonfly and the venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz, or a 16Z, have been advocating for. The idea is to create a clear set of rules that, if followed, would exempt an airdrop from being treated as a securities offering. In a formal submission to the SEC, a 16Z's policy expert, Miles Jennings, proposed a 5-part test for this safe harbor. It's a common-sense framework that's worth understanding. First, the token must be a network token, meaning it's intrinsically linked to a functional blockchain. Second, that blockchain must actually be functional, not just a theoretical white paper. Third, the distribution must be broad and equitable, not just concentrated in the hands of a few insiders. Fourth, it must be for limited consideration, meaning users aren't paying for the tokens in a traditional sense. And fifth, there should be transfer restrictions on tokens given to insiders to prevent them from dumping on the market. This proposal and the SEC's willingness to listen is a game changer. It provides a potential pathway for projects to distribute tokens to US users without living in fear of legal repercussions. It's what allowed projects like MetaMask and Base to finally move forward with their token plans. For the average crypto user in the US, this is the single most important development in the airdrop space. It means that finally the doors are opening, the playing field is being leveled, and the opportunities that were once out of reach are now coming home. This new regulatory clarity doesn't mean that all airdrops are suddenly safe or guaranteed to be profitable. The risks we discussed earlier still apply. But it does mean that the industry can now operate with a clearer set of rules, fostering innovation and allowing everyone to participate. The maze is finally getting a map. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the airdrop landscape for October 2025. We've journeyed from the strategic depths of airdrop hunting to the towering heights of the industry's biggest players. We've navigated the treacherous waters of the PERP DEX mania and explored the promising new frontiers of projects like Monad and Grass. We've listened to the sobering wisdom of the experts and celebrated the dawn of a new, clearer regulatory era. So, what's the final verdict on airdrops for October 2025? Is it a golden opportunity or a fool's errand? As with most things in crypto, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's a resounding it depends. It depends on your willingness to do the research, to put in the time, and to engage with these projects in a meaningful way. It depends on your ability to manage risk, to separate the signal from the noise, and to understand that not every airdrop will be a home run. And it depends on your long-term vision for this space. What we're witnessing is not just a series of token giveaways. It's a fundamental shift in how value is created and distributed in the digital age. It's the evolution of community building, a new model for user acquisition, and a powerful mechanism for decentralizing networks. The projects that succeed will be the ones that understand this, the ones that use airdrops not as a marketing gimmick, but as a tool to build a loyal, engaged, and empowered community. For you, the individual investor and crypto enthusiast, this presents an unprecedented opportunity. It's a chance to become an early stakeholder in the next wave of innovation, to have a voice in the governance of these new digital nations, and yes, to potentially be rewarded for your contributions. But it's not a passive activity. It requires you to be an active participant in the crypto ecosystem, a citizen of the decentralized world. As you embark on your airdrop hunting adventures, remember the key lessons from today. Be curious, be diligent, and be skeptical. Follow the smart money, but don't be afraid to explore the road less traveled. And above all, never stop learning. The crypto space moves at a dizzying pace, and the strategies that work today might be obsolete tomorrow. Here at Boni's Life, we'll be right here with you, tracking the trends, analyzing the opportunities, and bringing you the insights you need to navigate this exciting and ever-changing landscape. We are committed to empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions and to be a part of this incredible technological revolution. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive. I hope you found it as enlightening as I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What airdrops are you most excited about? What strategies have you found to be successful? Let's continue the conversation. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and may your wallets be ever in the green.